For the first time in years, Dawson Creek residents are facing a tax increase. In 2016, the community saw little growth and construction, which is resulting in the city making cutbacks to services and a modest increase to taxes.
Without having new assessment that comes into your community from new building, new construction, you got to find that money someplace. And so that's where we knew this year was going to be, 2017 was going to be challenged because of the lack of growth.
Taxes are expected to increase 1 or 2%, which will result in an extra $30 a year for the average homeowner in Dawson Creek. But it is the service cuts that some residents aren't happy about. The main area of concern is cutting after-school programs run by the city. Parents voiced their concerns at a public consultation this week, some saying they chose to live here because of the services the city provided.
I don't need to live here to do the job I have, but we've chosen to because of some of the services you have. So you're actually decreasing your own tax base by eliminating positions for working mothers.
Some parents hope council would consider cutting costs to the program instead of cutting the program entirely. Some also say they won't be able to afford private childcare.
I, for one, as a parent, if I'm going to be paying for my child to go to a private day home, which is going to be a lot of money, I'm not going to be able to afford to send my child to any of these extracurricular programs. I'm not going to be sending her to the pool because A, don't have time, and B, I can't afford it.
Some counselors say the daycare program only serves a small portion of the population of Dawson Creek, but the entire city pays for it.
You know, you represent 25 families, I guess. We have to represent the other 12,000 people in town. We have 2,000 senior citizens on pension, the 1,000 businesses that are paying 3.5 times the taxes that residents pay. So all of those things have to go into the thought process when we're talking about where we spend the money. So, you know, everything's important, but everything has a price, and everything goes in priority levels, considering the big picture.
Mayor Dale Bumstead says making cutbacks are never easy, but it's a step that needs to be taken.
You could question the decision-making that council makes in terms of the prioritization of it because it's important to you, but it's still at $60,000 or $70,000 for a small number of people in the community that everyone is paying a big nut to, and so it was a financial decision.
Parents say they want to work with the city to find a solution, even if it means paying a bit extra for childcare service. The city is also planning on cutting back on funding for community groups such as the Lakota Center, the Exhibition Association, and the Mile Zero Cruisers, as well as slashing a position for an economic development officer for the city. As for the daycare groups, Mayor Bumstead has agreed to meet with concerned parents to work towards finding a solution. Marty Blunt, CJDC-TV News, Dawson Creek.